Hello again, Adam. Here we are with the second of our hands practicing the 5-point technique on squeezes. Quick reminder, we do key cards, where are they, do we have the count, make a plan, and what card are we looking out for, the watch one. Plus, of course, due diligence, the examination of the whole contract before we even get going on the squeeze. So this is our first hand, and this time the opposition are actually going to bid, which is presumably of interest. The 2-heart bid, I'm not bothering to alert it, but that's a weak jump over call. And you are in charge now. What do you fancy doing here?
I'm going to bid 2 no trumps.
Okay, it's with this vulnerability is what I would do. Another option, of course, you might pass and see if your partner reopens with a double. But when you're vulnerable, going for game looks the natural thing to do. Well, you are going to be in game. So 3 no trumps from partner. And it's them to lead, and needless to say, they kick off with partner suit. So, due diligence, tell me about the hand.
So I have 2 heart tricks, I have 4 club tricks, is 6, and if the diamond finesse is right, which it's going to need to be, well, if the diamond finesse is right, I'm going to have 3 diamond tricks. 4 clubs and 2 hearts is 6, 3 diamonds if the finesse is right is 9. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to win with the ace of hearts, so I can immediately play the jack of diamonds and run it. And that means I will be still in the north hand if it wins to play the finesse a second time.
And that's clearly the best line. If finesse fails, it's a little bit worrying. West presumably has a singleton heart if East has 6 for the jump over call, and they're going to switch, and it would be embarrassing. So this looks a very straightforward contract.
So as per the plan, I will play the jack of diamonds. I must be careful not to play the 8 of diamonds, because that would not leave me on table to repeat the finesse. But it's going to make no difference because the king's lost to the king.
I'm afraid you're going down. They're about to go and cash 4 spade tricks. It's very sad, really.
Well, I can afford a club, but is it going to
now? Why aren't they cashing the last spade?
Well,
what is this?
Right, so he's not cashing the last spade because he hasn't got it, and because obviously that would defeat the contract. So if he had it, he would play it. So now the East hand, which started with 6 hearts, has also started with the crucial spade card, which I believe was the ace. West started with the king, and then the queen, and then the jack. The 10. So I have a threat with the 9 of spades.
You do? That's your single threat, of course, because there's no entry with it.
And I have a threat with the king 9 of hearts.
Yes, the 9 of hearts is the threat against the queen, jack, and the 10, which we believe are all in the East. In fact, we're almost certain they're there, because surely East would have played another heart if he had one.
So I am going to obviously win this diamond.
No, you should tell me about the count.
Oh,
do we have the count?
I've got to rectify the count because oh no, the count's rectified. Sorry, I need 9 tricks, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I need 8 more tricks to add to the one I've taken, and I only have 7. So the count is already rectified. I have 1 fewer trick than I need.
It is indeed. All the tricks except 1.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
And now, then the plan comes. Having decided to count, your plan is to do what? To end where?
I am going to end up in the North Hand. I'm going to play off all my clubs. I'm going to before I do that, I will play both these top diamonds. Then I'll cross the North Hand, play off all my clubs, and that will leave me in the North Hand with a heart and a spade. If the ace of spades shows up, I can play the 9, which will be a winner. It's very unlikely he'll drop the ace of spades because he's pretty sure I'd noticed that. Although he may not be certain I know the 9's a winner, but who knows. So I'm going to play the ace-queen of diamonds, then play 4 rounds of clubs. And if...
absolutely. It's ending in dummy, that's the crucial thing.
Yeah.
So diamonds first, then the clubs, then we end with a single winner, ready to do, well, whatever's necessary to make the contract.
So it's important to play off this queen of diamonds, because that's not the hand I want to be in. And now I play the 4 rounds of clubs, watching for the ace of spades. If I don't see the ace of spades, whatever other cards I see are pretty much irrelevant, because I can be certain that East has all the rest of the hearts and the ace of spades. And so when I play my last club, the jack, he will be embarrassed. He'll either have to release a heart or the ace of spades. And I will be in the North Hand, where I can cast the 9 of spades if he throws away the ace.
So this is your magic moment indeed. The squeeze card, always the last free suit winner, the suits which have nothing to do with the threat cards. And you're quite right, there East is looking after the ace of spades. Are you sure he's going to test you? Maybe you're asleep, you never know.
Yes, so he can see I've got the 9, but he thinks that I might have forgotten.
Will you notice it?
And so, of course, I now have to play...
Part 5 is watch
for the crucial card. And now my king of hearts will be the 13th trick.
Well done.
The 9th trick. The 9th
trick in your contract.
Thank you very much, Alan.
Well done. Pretty lucky contract in a way. Well, unlucky the king of diamonds lost. But then very lucky that the king, queen and 10 of spades he couldn't overtake with the ace, because your 9 of spades in dummy. Amazing how these intermediate cards turn out to be useful. And then not only did it stop him running the spades, it turned out to be a crucial threat to actually make the contract. So, well, a lucky hand in the end. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this hand, everybody, and thank you for being here with me, Adam. We'll have a follow-up from this hand. This is hand number 2. So there will be hand number 3 if you go looking for it. Bye-bye for now, everybody.